Hey y'all, what's happening? Random Andrew, very chilly day, here with another Highway 3 roadside cemetery video. In case you don't know, in case you're new to the channel, I've started a series a while ago showcasing some of these cemeteries, some of the lesser seen cemeteries, some of the forgotten names and the forgotten plots here in southwestern Ontario. Not exclusive to, but for now, until I do a bit more traveling. And today, we come to the Iona Cemetery. As far as I know, it's called the Iona Cemetery. I-O-N-A. Not that I own a cemetery, because I don't. But you can see Iona Corners right over here. Whew, a little bit of shivering going on, so bear with me. Let's have our first look. Very nice. Again, up on the hill. Some very old looking stones to see today. Start off with McIntyre here. McIntyre. See a lot of these. This family name along Highway 3. Look at, you can kind of see a bit of an engraving on there still. Trying to find some names and dates. Here we go. Ruth Amelia. August 23rd, 1876. Gone but not forgotten. Oh yeah, and it is a good breeze here today. Let's go towards this unique one here. We'll start out here. McLandris. Seen that name lots too. Johnny. Trying to find some dates here. 1895. A lot of the rest of it is too worn to really read the inscriptions, little poems and stuff. Keillor. K-E-I-L-L-O-R. I see an 1881 on here. Love this unique style. Like, have a look at the whole thing here. It's done to look like some flat rock work, brickwork. It's a very, very cool looking little headstone. I'm trying not to shiver too much on you guys here. If I shiver too much, you guys will actually feel the cold vicariously through the video. Yeah, well, right away we see a marker here. IGS, or no? HGS. And this poor one has tumbled over, tipped over. Really make the name out on there. Cumberland, yes I can. This is Cumberland here. And people from the highway probably see me out here thinking, that crazy bugger is out there filming in the cold. You know what? It's worth it though. 1848, Gilbert. 1852, Ruth Gilbert, and a W.M.H. Gilbert for 1850. Ooh, that breeze, though, it cuts you right down. That's cold. We had an older style with a willow tree and then a circular area where the inscription is 1851 or 1851, I think. Alright, up towards the hill here. Go back this way. Well, we obviously aren't going to be able to read this. You can kind of see where the letters are because this orange moss is filling it in. Isn't that neat? And then right beside it here, wow, that's really actually hard to make out. Like M-A-C-A-R-E-T. That might actually be a G. Margaret. Almost looks like it says Crow. 1900 even. Actually, my godparents' last name was Crow, now that I think about it. Oh, and I suppose by now, I haven't said anything, but look at this. Is that not beautiful? You guys will already know, but I'm thinking that'll make a good thumbnail right here. Alright, back to what we're doing. Fletcher. I have seen the name Fletcher in these videos before. We got 1920 for the date. So I guess we're going to start over here and we'll work our way around. Mills. This giant stone of Mills. I see an 1872 and an 1848. That's a shame. Ground must have shifted or something and it just... Oh, imagine the thud that would have made when it hit too. Jeez. And you could tell they've been cutting around it for a while, so it's been like this for a while. I often wonder why. Like this one over here that's fallen. And this one here that's fallen. They don't ever come back out and fix them. And set them right. It's this one here in memory of Rebecca. 1871. Cannot see what this one once said. There's going to be a lot of that, I imagine. George Lamb. You can see another circular part for another one here, but I cannot read it. A lot of these too. 1851. I see a date there, September 21st. 1851. I see an 1838 on a piece of one here. In memory of Jacob. 1848. Now this massive one here, mostly blackened. See the willow tree up top. See the name Margaret. And the date 1852. Oh wow, I didn't even see this. Colin. Okay, so that'd be a different way of spelling it, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's Colin. Lumley, 1813 to 1867. They must have had a part of a larger one here at one point. Now, a lot of these are very hard to read. Some of them a little easier than others, but I see William on this one. I don't see the date. Lydia and Ephraim Lumley, 1860. And there's another Lumley, piece of a Lumley down here. Another one here. So there must have been a Lumley family plot in here. There's a Clark. There's another Clark. 1863. Griffin? Samuel Griffin? 1868, actually. Another Griffin. Peter Templar. 1914. Wow. I wonder why they're all just right in this section. I wonder if these people are actually buried out throughout all this area here. And maybe things just kept falling and tipping as the ground shifted. It's hard to say. That one was metal, I think, or aluminum. $1885, Great Scott. 1873 for Andrew Liddell. And it's got a quote. This is the only one that I've actually been close to reading. You could see they must have concreted it into something when it had fallen over, but it's Psalms XC10. I know Psalms is a Bible, a book in the Bible, and I'm not sure what that stands for. But yeah, he was a native of Stirling, Scotland. Wow, just like look at them all, folks. Okay, we'll check those out in a minute. This is interesting. Cinder block encasement. And I bet you all the way around, yep. is all lined with graves. Now I don't want to get in here and poke around too much, just to kind of give you guys an idea. These ones got this red tint to them. Let's see if I can at least find a date. 1849. This one here. A handshake up top. That's neat, that red tint that forms on them. 1888 on that one. 1868 for Hamilton. Thomas Hamilton. Then William Piper, 1898. Wow. I think we should have a look around the back side of this before we continue on. Be very careful where we step. Yeah, there is one lonely little grave. Jenny McMurray, I think that says. Wife of Duncan Singer, 1882. And there's another inscription on the side of that, but I can't get to that. Wow. Alright, well, we'll continue on with this last little row here. And then we'll head on down Old Highway number 3. And I just noticed an attempt that they did to rivet together these two pieces, and then it just ended up re-breaking underneath. I wonder how long ago that was done. A quick look at these guys here. Oh geez, look at this. I didn't even realize. All up this side. So this cemetery must have been right proper full. That's one of those round ones. Yeah, this must have all been just right proper full. You can see depressions in the ground all over. So yeah, I think I answered my own question. Yes, I do think that a lot of these headstones and graves are actually all out and along here. Okay, so I didn't want to jump over those again. Okay, back up top, here we go. We see some browns, 1866. Jane, wife of Andrew Liddell. It's right here, side by side. This one's weird, instead of a handshake, it's just got a finger pointing straight up. Esther Ann Williams, 1870. There's a unique style here. Looks like a scroll. George Bonnie Bennett. Oh, okay. 1873. It's a hand holding, almost looks like a lily. Some kind of flower coming out of it. It's a rather tall one here. Can't really see too much except the date, 1846. Geez, actually, that could be 1816. What do you guys think? Is that 1816 or 1846? David Clay, 1875. These are actually very, very difficult to read. There's only a few dates I could actually see along here. 1839. And the artwork is slowly disappearing too. You can still see that urn. We've got a willow tree on either side. And some decorative stuff up above. Oh, I can't really read the name. Joseph. Oh, that's hard to tell. Joseph. L-O-O-G something? Then we have one of the biggest ones here. Lodge. Oh, that's that name. Lodge. That's what it is. 1894. And Jeanette Kerr. 1917. There's some more family members. Herschel Lodge, 1936. Gertrude Henderson, 1935. So here's a big lodge name on it here. Mackenzie Lodge, 1928. And Jane Piper. We've seen the name Piper earlier in here too. And along the back side here, another lodge. Wow, you could tell they actually had them all concreted in at one point. That must have been way back when they originally moved them all up here. See that? So I'm wondering what the actual age of this cemetery might really be. It's got to be an older one. There's a base for another stone right here. Gorgeous little gully that they're placed by. And I think this is one of the last ones to see today. 1857 to 1945. Almost made it 100 years. And that is another lodge. Family name lodge. Very cool. It's very awesome to be able to see so many family names around each other. And McCall. It wouldn't be right if there wasn't a McCall here, right? I mean, all the way along Highway 3, all the different cemeteries we've toured, McCall's been in every single one of them. Nicole McCall, 1898, 75 years. Well, as we bid adieu to the Iona Cemetery, thank you guys for joining me on this cemetery tour, this very cold cemetery tour. Very worth the stop and see. I've passed this one a few times, and the last couple times it was just too snowy to get out here and have a look around. Don't want to step on anything you shouldn't be stepping on or knock anything over if it's covered in snow. But we had a few warm days, it melted a lot of stuff, and here we are. There's another little spot where there was a headstone. Like I said, I bet you this cemetery 50 years ago was laid out more like a full cemetery. And over the years things fell, tipped, shifted, and that was their solution, was to put them all up top the hill. Looks really good though, even after all this years and all the stuff that it's gone through. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for joining me. Please remember, subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can stay up to date on all the videos, all the content that I will be releasing, especially now that spring is approaching. It's very important. Click like if you enjoyed today's video, and please remember to share it. Find any forums or groups on Facebook, Reddit, wherever you share videos, wherever you find videos. Share the videos. They need the views. Thanks again, guys. Have a good day.